Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The mother accused of drowning her baby has been found guilty. We previously reported that 36-year-old Ginny Rose Lubitz gave birth on May 5th of 2018 and was charged with murdering her newborn child by drowning him in a bathtub. There's no word on when she will be sentenced.
It's getting used by 50 families, so it's very, very hard to take care of those bigger tubs.
A Fargo hotel recently had its spa closed by the county because of dirty water. The Holiday Inn Spa on 13th Avenue South remains closed until it can be retested and okayed. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagaro reviewed inspection reports for the last 3 months that show other troubled spas locally.
Bill Random says he's been working in the hot tub business for more than 40 years.
I tell people if you take care of your hot tub, it'll take care of you.
Random says you can buy a good one for about $4,000, and he claims they're good for your body by releasing chemicals and easing stress.
If you got aches, it's got a foot pod for your feet, it's got neck jets, back jets, shoulder jets.
But while he's a believer in their healing power, he draws a line when it comes to getting inside a public spa.
You can get very sick from especially a public tub because you don't know what kind of sicknesses or diseases or problems people can be bringing into a hot tub.
Fargo Cast Public Health is the agency in charge of inspecting pools and spas, and a location can fail for various reasons, including chemical imbalance or just faulty equipment. Reports from Fargo Cast show spas in at least 23 different locations, mostly hotels, around Cass County were closed by inspectors. The closures in these cases were related to chemical levels in the water, which keeps spas clean, according to the agency.
If you don't get rid of the bacteria, you can get what's called Pseudomonas. It's kind of like swimmer's itch. It's a bacterial infection that gets into your pores.
Fargo Cast has to retest the spas to make sure the water is in compliance before they can reopen it to the public. Compliance is based on the proper chlorine and pH levels. In Fargo, Joshua Pagaro, Valley News Live.
We did reach out to the Holiday Inn for comment. Management has not returned our call. Take it easy on those roads. The Minnesota State Patrol says there have been 127 car crashes, 60 spinouts, and 17 injuries because of slippery conditions. Let's take a look at one of our sky cams now, this one in South Fargo, to see how heavy traffic is on this Monday night. People might not want to be out later in the week with colder temps expected. Let's go to Hutch for your Monday night no-wait weather planner. Hutch?
Well, Mike, for some of our area, particularly down south and out east, a chance for some of this light snow to move through. Notice it's right over the I-29 corridor in our South Dakota counties, pushing into Lakes Country. So western Otter Tail, Wilkin County, as well as the Traverse County area seeing some snow showers. The rest of us are cloudy but quiet. Look at these temperatures and enjoy, because we have 20s now, and this will be the last of that for many, many days. Temperatures tonight hovering near that 25-degree mark in Fargo-Moorhead through the remainder of the evening. I can't rule out a flake or two of snow here in town. I don't expect much up north, with temperatures slipping into the teens. We are on our way down. We have measurable snow in the forecast, for some enough to maybe even fire up the snow blowers. I'll have details on what you can expect here in just a few moments, Mike, but it looks like a wintry week for the valley.
All right, thanks so much. Make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. 50 years in prison. That's the sentence for a man for killing another man outside a McDonald's in Fargo. 45-year-old Miguel J. Cooley is required to serve 35 of those years in jail with 10 years on probation. He was arrested in September of 2018 for shooting Gabriel Perez at the Fargo McDonald's along Main Avenue. Police initially responded for a male who fell off his skateboard. They found Perez with several gunshot wounds. If Cooley violates his probation, he will have to go back to serve the rest of his 15 years. We're still awaiting word on the condition of a man injured following a snowmobile crash in Wadena County. Deputies there say 55-year-old Curtis Heikkinen was on a trail when he went off course and rolled. He was airlifted to the hospital with cuts on his face and reported pain throughout his whole body. The investigation continues following an early morning grain dryer fire in Grandin. Officials say fire crews arrived on the scene about 5 this morning and say that there were flames shooting from the dryer, but they were able to put out the fire quickly. All employees were evacuated from the area and said to be okay. Farmers around the valley are still battling Mother Nature as they continue to harvest the remainder of 2019's crops. After a late start last spring and a sopping wet fall, USDA data says less than half of North Dakota corn has been harvested so far. But one local farmer says the several inches of snow and Arctic temps aren't making his job go any quicker.
To do the same job, everything takes longer when it's cold and snowy, and everything takes more fuel, grease, propane, everything.
Experts say snow isn't alarming for crop quality until it becomes so heavy it knocks down the stalks or soaks everything. The USDA says at this time last year, 90% of farmers were done harvesting their crops. Relatives of 9 Americans, including those of the 5 North Dakotans killed visiting the site where they were ambushed in Mexico. 3 women and 6 children were slain last year by suspected drug gang assassins along with a remote road in the northern border region near New Mexico. 5 of those killed lived in Williston, North Dakota. A monument will be made to honor the victims. All systems are back up and running after several delays for Minnesotans looking to apply for a driver's license. Earlier today, the Minnesota Department of Public Safety said that all driver and vehicle services, exam stations, deputy registrar and driver's license agents' offices could not accept any driver's license applications due to a nationwide system outage. Minnesota's Historical Society has announced the newest recipients of 38 historical and cultural heritage grants of over $10,000 in 24 counties, totaling over $4 million. The grants, awarded once each fiscal year, are made possible by the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Grant applications were recommended for funding by the Historic Resources Advisory Committee, a volunteer panel made up of the citizens from around the state. The Legacy Amendment supports efforts to preserve Minnesota land, water, and legacy, including Minnesota history and cultural heritage. Fargo police are remembering one of their retired law enforcement officers for her bravery and commitment to keeping Fargo safe. Police Sergeant retired Val Boatwright, 67 years of age, passed away last week in Fargo. She began her career with Fargo Police back in 1977, retiring in 2007. After 30 years.